Yes, my brothers. What's up, brothers? Yeah, we're here. I feel like we need to talk. This video is gonna be raw and uncut. I don't know how it's gonna be structured, but I'm just gonna go off by what I wanna say, I'm gonna get things off my chest because I feel like this video is gonna be really valuable for anyone out there that is into fitness, that's injured because, when you're going through injuries, especially if you're going through multiple injuries at the same time, you learn a lot of things. And I'm here to show you what I've learned in the first place, but also how I've been affected by these injuries. So let's start off by what has actually happened. So I was actually locked in. Let's go back to, let's say, a couple of weeks ago, maybe more than that. At the start of November, basically, that was the time I was mostly locked in. And I was actually crushing the work, so, doing calisthenics and sticking to the routine, doing all my habits, non-negotiables. And I was crushing the workouts. I was going into the sprinting game as well more and more and discovering how to actually get faster, because if you don't know already, I started my track and field journey as well along with the gym. So I do sprinting, I do calisthenics, and obviously work in a 9 to 5 store, which is my family business. But yeah, I was sprinting and I got injured. I was into doing some calisthenics workouts and I also got injured. But what has actually happened is that these injuries came together. I got injured firstly when I was doing a calisthenics workout. I was in the gym. I wasn't even supposed to be there because that day I was going to the track and surprisingly the track was closed for some reason. They were doing darts competitions and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna skip my session. Rather than do sprinting, and I'm just gonna go to the gym, to the closest gym. So I went on, got my workout in, and as I was finishing my workout, it was kind of risky, but at the same time I was able to do it because it was something that I do all the times. I was doing like pull-ups, going from one pull-up bar to the next one above it, and then muscle-ups. But I didn't throw myself high enough, so my fingers literally touched the bar, my fingertips, and I was off balance, and my finger slipped. I had a crack in the finger. And the following day, I went to the hospital, got an x-ray done, and I found out that I had a fracture in my finger. And that's the first injury. That was about the 10th of November. And then, 11th of November, obviously I got it checked. I found out about the injury. And then, obviously, got it all plastered. I knew that I had to keep it still. And also I had an appointment for the following day with my physio because I had a tight hamstring, and I felt it when I was training because I was crushing my sprintings, I was just crushing it. I also hit some records when I was sprinting the 40 yards, which if you haven't seen yet, go and watch it right now. The video is up on the channel. I'm going to put the video on the tab right here. I don't know if it's going to be up here or at the end of the video, but I'm going to link it through. But yeah, I crushed the session the previous week, and I was about to go into this appointment, because I was like, because I've been sprinting at such high speeds, I just need to get myself checked before I actually increase my speed and keep going with the same volume, because I felt that uncomfort, in the muscle. So I got myself checked, and I also found out that I had a hamstring injury, hamstring sprain, which is usually 6 to 8 weeks. But he said that I was going to be recovering quicker because it was something that just started. So it's supposed to be something that takes 4 weeks. And I didn't say that before, but the finger fracture that I had the previous day is supposed to take 6 to 8 weeks to fully heal, which gives me no room for me to do upper body because my finger's literally out of the game. I'm not allowed to sprint anymore because my hamstring is injured, and I can't do no running, because running slows me down, it just unconsciously trains my, what's the word? Let me just think about it real quick. Nervous system. It just unconsciously trains my nervous system to go slow, So it's something that I would not really jump to because it would allow me to slow my sprinting speed, But that on the side, I can't go sprinting anyways because I'm supposed to keep my hand elevated. My fingers is fractured, But yeah, it's not finished yet. The problem ain't finished yet because I've got 2 injuries right now, Few days pass and I go back to the hospital to get my plaster, my tape off, because I had a splint. And when I went back to the hospital, what they've done is that they just taped my 2 fingers to keep them moving together, to just stabilize my middle finger, which is the one fractured. But they didn't realize that I had an infection. My hand was red. So they didn't give me no cream, no antibiotics, no nothing. They just let me off, dismissed me from the hospital. And the following day, I had these massive blisters popping up my hand. And that's the third injury, the worst one, an infection on my hand. I literally had some crazy blisters pouring some fluid out. I didn't know where that came from, but what I soon realized is that I had this allergic reaction to elastoplast or something that I've used to tape my hand and to keep the splint firm. So now I'm in a position where my hand is infected, my finger is fractured, my hamstring is injured. I can't do shit. I'm still working in the store. It's been tough days, but we got out of it. I'm getting better, and God's plan is great because one thing I can tell you, the lessons I've learned through this experience is that whatever you ask God for, He's gonna give it to you. But sometimes you're not gonna be ready to receive it yet. So what He's gonna get you to go through is these uncomfortable moments, these tough times to build you up as a man to get the things that you ask for. These challenges are here for a reason, are here to build me up as a man. And I understand that because sometimes you're going to have to take a couple of steps back to take 5 steps forward. And when you're plateauing, you're like, what do I improve? And you're like in that position where you're stuck, you got to your potential and you're like, yeah, now what do I do? That's when God is going to challenge you because you ask for strength, He's going to weaken you. So you're going to take a couple of steps back to take 5 steps forward, to actually grow. And that's what I soon realized, that I was in this position where I wasn't at peak, in terms of physical performance. But in my mind, I still had these layers to discover. I still had to become stronger emotionally, more stoic and detached from like gym and all of these things that I was really attached to, because like I was really attached to working out, and I still had to find a way to play around, because I had to work out home, do something to get myself moving into this high vibration. And I really went on this journey of discovering myself, first of all. Second of all, I went on a journey where I connected on a deeper level with God, because I soon realized that I had these vices holding me back. Like, for example, I was just attached to seeing some people, to go out, to chase validation, to lust. And I realized it because the more time you sit by yourself, the more time you actually meditate on the identity of the man that you want to embody. When you get these challenges, the more you realize what has held you back all this time. And today I can hand on my heart say that I'm the strongest I've ever been. Not physically, but mentally. I'm ready to come back into this game more ready than ever. Like, you see this thing there, this is gonna heal up so quickly because I'm setting my mind towards what I want, not towards what I don't want. And I just study, like literally locked in. When you say locked in, I'm locked in this room day in and day out, recovering, but also sharpening my mind, because I know that in order to become the man that I want, I will need to go through these tough times and walk through them with faith. And when I say faith, you need to have faith, not fear, because the fear that held you back is what actually led me into this challenge. I would have not got challenged if I had not become the man before. So you need to learn a way to, first of all, find out where are you weak, where can you improve, and truly find yourself in a position where you ask God for whatever you want, because there should be no fear holding you back, you know. And when there's no fear holding you back, you're ready to walk through these tough times. And I'm ready to come back, you know, come back to training, to calisthenics. I'm ready to go back into the sprinting, you know. I just want to get better. And I'm saying this because I know most of you might have struggled with past injuries, or maybe some of you might still be injured. And if you're watching this video, make sure you just take life. Like, take life as a gift. It's a blessing, because you don't know what is gonna happen tomorrow. Don't ever take life for granted, because I used to wake up and just fucking carry on with my routine, you know, follow step by step what I had to do. But there was no fucking intention behind it. Like, I just followed that calendar because I was like, yeah, this is what I need to do, let me just knock it off. But what was the intention behind it? No fucking intention. And now that I'm injured, I actually wake up and realize the true price of life. When I wake up, I thank God, I thank the Lord for blessing me with health. My legs are working, my hands are working, my fingers are healthy. I can breathe, I can jump, I can smile, I can see, I can taste food, I can drink. I got a place where to sleep. I'm abundant. I thank God for blessing me day in and day out for all the challenges in the first place, and also the blessings, because you gotta thank God for the bad things and the good things, because there's no such bad thing or good thing unless you label it so. So my brothers, always be thankful when you wake up, because I wasn't thankful back when I was healthy fully with no injuries. But now that I'm injured, I actually realize that the health is the thing that matters the most. The moment you lose it, you've lost your life. You can have all the worldly, materialistic gains, but if your health is not on point, you've lost, my bro. Because you're not going to be enjoying all of these things unless you're actually being the man that is capable of actually having these things, because health is what's going to allow you to be at the highest frequency, that vibrational state, energy that's going to attract more opportunities, that's aligned with the man that God has set you to be. So that's my lessons, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video and taken a lot of value, because this was a raw video, unlike all of the videos I've done so far, the few ones I've done so far. If you enjoyed the video, my brothers, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You go and watch the past videos I've uploaded, because I just recently started uploading YouTube videos. I'm on this journey where I'm gonna be uploading more and more videos, you know. I'm enjoying it, and right now I'm gonna just start a new series documenting my comeback, you know, from this injury, from these 3 injuries actually, not just one injury. I'm just gonna document my comeback into sprinting, calisthenics, and all the fitness life that I've always enjoyed. So my brothers, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn the notifications bell on, and just watch the videos, because there's a lot more value coming up, my brothers. I'm telling you right now, man. Let's go, let's crush this, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless, my brothers. I don't even know if my mic recorded. I believe he has recorded my voice. If he hasn't, I'm just gonna upload the video as it is, because it was off my chest, it was authentic, and that's what matters to me. Hopefully it was in good quality, but if it wasn't, I'm sorry.